Good evening, and welcome to your U.S. News Update for Saturday, July 4th, 2026. Today, the United States marks a historic milestone, 250 years since the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. Across the country, communities are holding parades, concerts, ceremonies, and fireworks displays. But the celebrations are unfolding under intense heat, heightened security, and major travel crowds. Here are the top stories shaping America today. Story 1. America turns 250. First tonight, Americans are celebrating the nation's 250th birthday. From Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia, New York, Boston, and cities across all 50 states, July 4th events are being held on a scale far larger than a typical Independence Day. The anniversary, often called the semi-quincentennial, marks 2.5 centuries since the Declaration of Independence was adopted in 1776. In Washington, crowds are gathering around the National Mall for ceremonies, performances, and fireworks. In New York Harbor, tall ships and naval vessels are part of a major commemorative display. Philadelphia, the birthplace of the Declaration of Independence, remains a central focus of the anniversary celebrations. The occasion is also prompting reflection on the country's history, its democratic institutions, and the divisions and debates that continue to shape American public life. Story 2. Extreme heat hits millions. The biggest immediate concern for many Americans today is dangerous heat. A powerful heat dome is affecting large parts of the central and eastern United States. More than 185 million people are under heat alerts, according to reporting from across the country. Temperatures have climbed into the triple digits in some areas, while Washington, D.C. reached around 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat indexes in certain locations are even higher, creating serious risks for people spending long hours outdoors. The extreme weather has forced some communities to cancel or delay parades, concerts, and fireworks events. Philadelphia canceled a major Independence Day parade because of safety concerns. Other cities have adjusted schedules, opened cooling centers, and urged residents to stay hydrated and avoid prolonged exposure to the sun. Officials are also warning people to check on older relatives, neighbors, young children, and anyone without reliable air conditioning. Story 3. Power grids under pressure. The heat wave is also putting pressure on power systems. With millions of homes and businesses running air conditioners at full capacity, electricity demand has surged. Grid operators in several regions have asked customers to conserve energy where possible, especially during peak afternoon and evening hours. In New York, thousands of customers have experienced power outages. Utility companies are working to restore service while managing unusually high demand. For families dealing with extreme heat, an outage can quickly become a health concern. Local officials are encouraging residents to know where nearby cooling centers are located and to seek air-conditioned public spaces if needed. Story 4. Security tightened for July 4th events. Security is also tight in Washington and other major cities. Authorities have increased patrols, screening operations, and coordination among federal, state, and local agencies as large crowds gather for 4th of July events. In the nation's capital, officials expect thousands of visitors around the National Mall. Security teams are monitoring public spaces, transit routes, and major event areas. For people attending fireworks displays or parades, authorities are asking the public to arrive early, follow local guidance, avoid restricted areas, and report anything suspicious. The security measures are intended to keep celebrations safe while allowing people to enjoy one of the country's largest annual public holidays. Story 5. Record holiday travel. Travel is another major story this weekend. An estimated 72 million Americans are expected to travel at least 50 miles during the July 4th holiday period. Airports, highways, train stations, and rental car locations are seeing heavy traffic. Drivers are being warned to expect congestion near major cities, beaches, national parks, and popular fireworks destinations. Travelers are also being advised to carry water, prepare for delays, and avoid leaving children or pets in parked vehicles during the heat. Air travelers are being urged to check flight status before heading to the airport, as heat can contribute to operational delays in some locations. Story 6. Fireworks, Safety and Recalls. As fireworks celebrations begin, federal safety officials are warning consumers about recalled products. More than 100,000 fireworks have reportedly been recalled ahead of the holiday. People who purchased affected products are being told to stop using them and return them for refunds. Emergency rooms traditionally see a rise in burn and injury cases around July 4th. Fire officials are reminding families that legal fireworks can still be dangerous, especially for children. The safest option remains attending a professional public display. For anyone using legal consumer fireworks, safety experts advise keeping water nearby, never relighting a failed firework, and staying well away from dry grass, buildings, and crowds. Story 7. What's open and closed? For many Americans, one practical question today is what remains open. Banks and post offices are closed for the federal holiday, and there is no regular mail delivery. Some retailers are open with reduced hours, while others are closed entirely. Many grocery stores, pharmacies, and big box retailers are operating on holiday schedules. Customers are being advised to check local store hours before heading out. Public transportation systems in many cities are also running modified weekend or holiday schedules. Story 8. New York's Waterfront Celebrations. In New York City, the July 4th celebrations include a major maritime spectacle. Tall ships and vessels from the United States and other countries have gathered around New York Harbor as part of the America 250 commemorations. The event has drawn large crowds despite the heat. The waterfront celebrations are being followed by the city's annual fireworks programming, one of the most watched Independence Day events in the country. Organizers are urging visitors to use public transportation where possible and to prepare for long waits after the fireworks conclude. Story 9. Politics and the National Mood. The 250th anniversary is also becoming a moment of political reflection. Leaders from across the political spectrum are using July 4th speeches and public appearances to discuss patriotism, immigration, democracy, the economy, and the future of the country. For many Americans, the holiday is a celebration of shared traditions. For others, it is also a time to debate what the country has achieved, where it has fallen short, and what its next chapter should look like. Those conversations are playing out at public events, online, and in communities nationwide. And that is your U.S. News Update for Saturday, July 4th, 2026. The major takeaway tonight: America's 250th Independence Day is bringing huge crowds and historic celebrations, but extreme heat remains the most urgent concern for millions of people across the country. If you are celebrating today, stay hydrated, follow local weather alerts, plan travel carefully, and make safety part of the holiday. Thank you for watching. Please do follow, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.